Okay, we are live. We are live. Got our good friends Chris and Bean with us out here today. Maybe a few more will join us. Uh, Fishing on one of the tributaries in Mississippi for me. They're scuffed back up in a little cold, trying to get out of the wind. We'll see if we can't get on a few fish for you guys today.
We're
Welcome
gonna
in. So
try.
far, we've got Misplaced Country Girl. She commented there, said she's going to be peeking in and out. She'll leave us for the heck of it. 8 people watching so far. There's 9. No, one day we're going to fish when the wind ain't blowing. It's just killing me. There's Mary Mercer, my sister from Ontario way. Welcome in from Canada, Mary. Love you, guys. Glad to see you here. Mr. Gimpy in the house. What's up, Gimp? Fish with fresh caught shad and live crawfish today. Honestly, I thought the drum would be like keeping me on fire today, but I haven't seen any action from it at all. River Cats Tackle in the house. Welcome in, John. There's JTS Outdoors. Welcome in, welcome in. Of course, we got our 10-foot ancient mariner rods out there with the crimson reds on her. The one on the right's baited up with fresh cut shad right off the wall of that dam. A few folks been catching a few flathead. The next rod to it's got a live crawfish on it. And I do have the evil eye stuck down there, double use in that rod holder. I've got a live crawfish on a float, suspended against that damn wall right there. And of course, you got Black Betty sticking up out there. She's way out there with a whole fresh shad on her. Gimpy says, Chris and me, what are you using for bait? I'm guessing skipjack.
No, skipjack's actually terrible up here. Got a bunch. You got some bluegill, got some shad yesterday, and managed to get one good crappie. Still got a piece of it out there, but yep.
I know bluegill is one of B's favorite baits to use for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's all she's running. That's hers. Usually, this water temperature's dropped about 8 degrees in the last 3 days. So normally,
the same here. Yeah, we've had a pretty decent drop of.
It cooled down enough that I was like, all right. So we caught a couple good ones on shad last night. So trying it again today.
Yeah, I saw some of those fish you guys were getting. It's for impressive.
Yeah.
Mr. Gippy, you using 10-foot albatross challenger? Yes, I've got the 10-foot ancient mariner challenger rods out. One of them has an albatross 6000 on it. The other one has the Jim series reel on there. But I have those set up. I've got the rod holders drove into that concrete gap in it, and they're actually suspended straight down off of that wall of that dam right there. The only rod I've got thrown out, way out, is Black Betty. She's pitched out there in the middle of the. Hold on here. Our evil eye rod is getting back.
Get it, Danny. Get it. Is he on? He wasn't running. I'd have pulled up on my phone so I could see him. Yeah. Get it? The fish or snake?
Well, there's one of those drums that we were expecting to catch on the.
Nice.
But that was on the. I've got the eagle eye rod out with a bobber on it, and that was suspended about 4 feet deep with a live crawfish. And he took that bobber down and bit that eagle eye rod. You're fun to catch.
Those drums are a blast.
I'm just hooking these crawfish through the tail so they're still alive. And that's on the eagle eye rock. And I've got them suspended about 4 feet below the float. So it's just kind of drifting around out there.
That's really cool. So close to the house, right through the road. So
No, that's probably an occasional. Like a big family. So it may not have been. By the time they were there, no tire tracks.
All right, so there's one on the crawfish. That fish finned the crap out of the palm of my hand.
Danny, I heard you say you got one of those gym series out there. Man.
Oh yeah. Second rod from the right to the left. It's the second rod out there.
Yeah.
And I've got it set up suspended straight down off the wall of this dam.
Have you ever had a reel that casts better than that reel?
Oh my God, dude. That's what I'm saying. I have to be careful about how heavy a line I put on there because you will spool that rod. It casts so smooth.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got 6 of them across the back here. I don't even cast that often, but when we do anchor up and cast, holy cow! But playing with it when I first got it, putting 4 ounces on it with 40-pound test, it will spool it.
Absolutely. I generally run about 4 ounces on most of my rods. I'll go 5 sometimes. But 5 ounce anchor will absolutely spool that reel without any effort whatsoever at all.
Nope. I've never had a smoother casting from the bank. That's got to be a game changer. It's a luxury for us
absolutely.
out here, because we don't have to cast that far very often. But
that's why. That's why initially I use the 16 and 13-foot rods, the surf casting rods, because I get so much distance with them. But if you put that Gem Series reel on a 10-foot rod, Ancient Mariner, and you cast that thing, it'll almost match that 16-foot rod as far as distance.
Well, I can tell you, I can spool it with the 7.6 with 40-pound test. So on the JNS rods, I've got them all paired up on the JNS rods. And
imagine slapping that on a 10-footer.
Yeah, you'd have
with
to
the leverage you're going to get.
Can I give?
I don't even have to really put the whammy on it.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout out?
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of 4-ounce weights, we're using the new ballistic 4-ounce dragsters.
Ballistic dragon weights. The ones Bobcat's making.
Yeah.
Have you got one you can hold up? I'm gonna give you solo screen because I haven't seen those.
Yep.
All right, you're on
He's
solo.
got three,
If you got one available, can you hold it up?
Yep.
he spent 3
Oh.
years designing these.
Yep. The lead's at the bottom. They're air filled and sealed at the top. So far, so I haven't hung one up yet. First day using them, but haven't hung
Yep.
one up yet. So, no. I'm
Now, who are those from?
I make my own, but
Bobcat. Who are
I
those
said,
from?
I'll try 'em. Support a friend.
What'd you say, Danny?
I said, who makes those?
Bobcat.
Bobcat.
Yep, Bobcat Outdoors.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yep.
hang on a second, 'cause I'm gonna show you.
I think he premiered them 2 months ago. It might even not. Yeah, it might not be that long ago. But just wanted to give a shout out.
And what size are those you got? What's the ounces?
I got the 4-ounce ones. I think he makes them in like 5.
So you don't have the 5-ounce then, like this one.
No, you got a 5-ounce one? Ah, nope.
I got a 5-ounce one.
Heck yeah. Like I said, I'm cheap and I normally just make my own, but yeah, we met up at the gathering. I was like, let me get some of those. So.
Okay. Let me back up in chat here. Oh, hitting the wrong button there. Say, there's Michael said I came across my old Johnson model 710B reel. It'll be coming out this year. Nice. And Gippy said it's almost tempting to swap all my Albatross 6000s to gems. My wife said no.
Well, if you can get permission, it's worth it. If you can't get permission, it's still worth it.
The 6000s are absolutely, they're fantastic skills. But I tell you what, the Albatross is like a step up for sure. There's Lisa Swain says, hello, Danny, Chris, and sister.
Hi, sis.
Howdy, Miss Lisa. Such a good time hanging out with everyone at the gathering and all that. I really didn't get to spend much time with Randy and Lisa, though. Really didn't.
Oh, I'm changing up the golden whiskers next year because I ain't ruining the gathering with trying to keep up with the golden whiskers.
And let's see, Gimpy says, man, every time Lisa comes into chat, I envision her kicking the front door, yelling everyone's name. Yeah, that'd be fairly accurate. I kind of figured we'd get on at least one drum with fishing with these crawfish here. Yeah, the fishing's been pretty decent in this spot, but with that, got a pretty significant temperature drop in the water. It has slowed it down a bit, but I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting here watching. There are actually skipjacks. I've got a float out there that's got a crawfish suspended on it, and the skipjacks have been flashing at that float. Mr. Gippy, Danny, will you be at Owensboro? Absolutely. Right now, I am scheduled to be in the tournament at Owensboro. We're hoping that James gets his boat fixed. He had some trailer issues. But we were contacted by somebody that I tell you what, just surprised the heck out of me. Well, you know what didn't surprise me because it's not out of his character. But if James's boat is not fixed, we're going to be on. Are y'all ready for this? Trophy Seekers Outdoors boat. He's going to his boat in that tournament if we can't get James's boat ready. But yes, we are. I am fishing the Owensboro tournament with Cool Cats James.
That should be a good time. I want to fish with James. I like his sense of humor.
Yep, James is awesome.
Now, me and James are cut from the same cloth. The only difference is he's Navy and I'm Army. So that's always a fun time on a boat. Yeah, the old Army-Navy argument, you know what I mean?
Do you have to remind him that Army doesn't have the same rules as Navy?
We have a
Well,
vet
you
that
know,
we
since he
took out.
is a Navy guy and I'm going to be on the boat with him, I pretty much got to let him make sure that he is in charge because when we're on the water, you know, that's their thing, you know. Gippy said, I need to give you 5 pounds of catfish. Yes, I've already told Richard that I'd be picking that up for him.
Yeah, we fish veterans events, and 3 events we've taken the same veteran out, and he's a Coast Guard veteran.
Yeah.
So you better believe I make sure everything's in order.
I'm gonna try to make it up there to one of those because I'll tell you what, that is on my bucket list to have you guys take me out for a veterans tournament.
Yes.
Yep, we do. Well, let's see. This year, three
I've
of them
just got
scheduled so far.
well, I've just got so much scheduled this year that I'm actually just pushing my pocketbook to the limit with everything I've got going on. You know, I got Owensboro coming up. In what is it, like 2 weeks or less?
Yep.
I got after that. We're at the end of June. Florida. I got to turn right around and head to Vicksburg, Mississippi. I'm fishing that tournament down there. And then after that, we're heading back down to Memphis and fishing the Mississippi River Monsters tournament at the Pyramid. So I've got a pretty full schedule. It's a banging on my wallet.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, all you got to do is get here. We have extra beds in the house and all that. So,
Yeah, this trip won't cost you much.
Yep, all you got to do is get here. Whenever you're ready, whenever you want to do it, we got you, brother.
Well, I'm going to try to make it up there eventually. There's the weekend angler, my buddy Josh. And of course, he's going to have something smart to say. It says, Danny, I'm convinced you're a boat jinx. Remember the bearing buddy fell out of the Bayliner trailer? That bearing was gone yesterday when I pulled off without bolting. Well, and also, the last time I was on the boat with Josh Dunnigan, his gas tank was half full of water. And then I got on the boat with Richard Cluck, and God knows there's everything in the world could happen to Richard Cluck's boats happened when I was on it. Now, James's boat's tore up now, but the redeeming factor for me is I have never even been on that boat, and I wasn't on the boat when it tore up this time. So it was not on James.
The boat might have got scared knowing you were getting ready to get on. It was like fuck.
He went out there and told him, "Hey, Danny Stone's going to be on the boat with you, on here with me fishing." And the boat said, "Nope, I'm just going to drop my wheels right here."
Yep, right. We're just getting this over with right now.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and drop my wheels right here on the highway. Not worry about it.
Come to think of it, our boat might be sick the weekend you come up. Cold.
Gippy says, Danny, did you happen to be anywhere near the Titanic? I was standing on the iceberg. There's Cold Creek Catfish. What's up, Billy? Good to see you in here.
I think our boat has a hair appointment when you're due.
Josh, the weekend angler, says boats talk to each other. Jay's boat just heard from others.
Yep.
Oh
Speaking
my
of
God.
weekend angling, so Monday. Let's talk about Monday, Josh. No.
They had some. Hey, they had some seriously bad storms. I'm talking tornadoes and everything going on.
Oh, she means this coming Monday.
I'm talking about this up and
Oh.
coming Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
This
you was
whole-
talking about them taking off last Monday. You mean
No,
tomorrow?
no. I'm talking about Top Cat. Top Cat, yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. And I feel like he's not taking my bribes seriously.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's my birthday month. If he does not pull my name on
Yep,
my
yep.
birthday month, it's just
I'm gonna be like you know what it's gonna make me feel if I get drawn, for I'm in that too. So
I know you are.
and there's Fanny Elizabeth, she says, what about Larry's boat? I would say that nothing happened when I was on Larry's boat, but that would be a lie because the electronics went out.
Oh, jeez.
See, Danny? Yeah.
When I got on the boat with Larry, we had zero electronics. There was nothing. I mean, it was just like, and it was turned out to be a bad wire or fuse. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our boat has a hair appointment when you're scheduled to come up.
There you go. And hunting stuff 9489 in. The hunting stuff's in here. Boy, how you doing? And Lisa Swain says that's her birthday month too.
She made a baby too.
The 30th, right?
I think so. And Cold Creek Billy says glad to see Chris and V back at it.
Hi, Billy.
Thank you, Billy. Glad to be back here, brother.
I may have 3 pairs of pants on, 3 shirts, and a coat, but I'm out here.
Well, Danny, we have a little diesel heater here on the boat, and it kicks off some serious heat. Well, she figured out last night that if she puts the blanket over the outlet and we get under the blanket, yeah, we all stay warm.
It actually, because we were in freezing temperatures last night.
Yeah, we had frost last night.
Yeah.
So.
But
oh yeah, it got down to 30 something here last night.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe all the dead gizzard shad floating around here right now. I mean, there are literally hundreds of them.
Try and circle back to that.
Okay, back here. I haven't seen big fish.
I think I'm gonna take that float off of the eagle eye rod and just free line that live crawfish straight down. I've got one crawfish on with a weight on the bottom, but I'm just gonna no weight, just free line it straight off the side of the wall of the dam here.
That ought to attract a drum or 10.
I'm telling you. But I've got a suspended 4 foot below a float right now, and the water depth here is probably right off the edge of this wall, about 13 feet. Let me go pop that. Did you also shed? Kill shad like I killed. No, these shad were dead when I got here. They are absolutely everywhere. I don't know if that cold snap got them or what. But let me pop that float off there and just let line out, reline that live crawfish.
I'm just making a hard left-hand turn. I'm not actually turning in a circle bait.
Before the green one even moved. So it went right over top of it and went down onto it.
It seems calm out there now, but I know it's going to get off there.
Except over there, yep. Isn't that weird? Over here's good. Down there's not. That's got white caps over there.
There we go. Now we got that crawfish. He's just free-lining it. No weight at all other than the hook and the swivel. And suspended right off that wall of that dam. But he just kind of crawled along the wall there. Let's see if that makes a difference. Josh Dunnigan said the shad kill is because Parker looked over the side of his boat. The shad saw his ugly mug and it scared him to death. Well, Parker ain't been down here. Has he been down here this year? I don't know. Yes. Parker and Will Jet were down here around February. They came down to fish with us for a bit. Matter of fact, I jumped on the boat with Jerry and Will that day. Water flows downstream. Well, normally it would. Right now, the Mississippi River is down there, but it's rising so fast that the water is actually pushing back up into this tributary right now. It's actually blowing backwards.
I should push the fish up in there. I would hope.
That's what I was kind of hoping for. I think the only thing that's really messing it up, like I said, is the that significant temperature drop this weekend might have slowed the bite down just a little bit. Hey, what's going on? Small water charters from Florida. How you doing there, buddy?
I think the fish are like, what in the heck? Although they were biting last night with the same conditions.
Yeah, really?
So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 10 last night.
Exact same
and 2
conditions.
channel cats.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest being 37, which is a good fish out of here. So, I mean, that's a genuine trophy out of here. So,
and it's the exact same conditions. And it was a full moon.
Oh, was it now? I started to get up last night and come out and do, but I didn't want to. It was a lot easier to talk myself out of it than it was to talk myself into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was cold. I mean, not on a blanket with a heater, but it was cold outside of that.
Yeah.
What?
I started wearing the old
Same
long
with
sleeve shirt today, but I opted out for the short one and just brought a little jacket just in case it gets nicked. But we got pretty good wind blowing.
I'm gonna tell you what. I have on my riding jacket that I use for riding quads.
Yeah.
If there is ever a jacket design someone should come up with fishing, it's using that same material they use for riding jackets because it's meant to stop wind
And water.
And I have it
Okay.
on right now, and not one drop of wind touches my skin where my jacket is. Not one. They're the greatest
Is that those
jackets.
new jackets that John's got?
No, I have on my Fox Racing riding jacket.
Oh, okay.
They're a very different material than anything else.
Yeah, the Weekend Angler says he's out in his garage with the big screen, and we are on the big screen in the garage.
Well, hopefully we can entertain him. We're not just burning up his electric bill on the big screen. Hopefully we can put a fish in the boat.
We're just out here running out that $7 a gallon gas.
Mike says, V, is that Gore-Tex, that jacket?
I'm not sure what they are. I'm really not.
I don't know. They're
It
amazing,
could be.
though, for keeping wind off. There is no better jacket than a riding jacket. None. Wind and water do not pierce these jackets at all. Because I mud. Of course, when I ride quads, I ride through mud because I love to mud. Nothing. I never a drop underneath my jacket. They are worth every penny.
Yeah. Michael says his military Gore-Tex does the same thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It might be. I don't know. But I don't think there's a better jacket on the planet for being in wind and water. None. They can invent all the fishing gear they want to. It's already been done. The best one, or fishing clothes. But yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, hell yeah, it is. Oh, hey, she got a fish.
Got one going?
It just got rolled over and stopped. Why'd you take it?
Okay, you got solo screen. Do your thing.
All right. Picking up the crackers. She jumped all over the place.
John from Follow Charter says living in Florida keeps him warm and staying out of the rain keeps him dry.
This one was way out, so it's gonna take you a second.
So you are dragging baits, right? Or you anchored?
Yeah.
No,
I'm dragging.
Okay,
He's not big, but he's a fish at least.
absolutely. Hey, I love them all. I don't care, big or small. Oh, he's feisty.
Yep, feisty fish. All right. Hey, Josh, that was just for you, since you broke out the big screen for us.
Michael says, V, you need to be like Chuck Norris. Just tell the wind to stop.
Got that German alloy right in the corner of the mouth. Yes. Ooh-wee, that wind kicked up out here. It does. We're going kind of fast. Grab a weight on it, then I'll let her show it off.
There you go.
Yeah, 16.7.
That's a nice one.
It's a good fish. There you go, babe. All beat up. All beat up. Showing signs of the spawn.
Oh, that's a beautiful fish. I'll take that all day long.
Yep. You see the all beat up, scarred on them.
Oh, yeah, they're already spawning, aren't they?
Well, that temperature got up to almost 70, and now it's back down to around 60. So,
Yeah.
I think they thought about it and quit.
right under the boat.
Did he?
Yeah. Let me get us back on track here.
You're like, no.
Took us off.
Yes, it is.
Took us off course.
There's Paul Boyd in the house. Welcome in, Paul. Good to see you. I put my jacket back on. This wind is just it's not cold per se, but just that breeze kind of puts a chill in you. You know what I mean?
That's the same problem we're having.
Yeah, it's up in the 50s now. It was in the 30s this morning.
Yeah. It's the same thing here. It was it's in the high 30s first thing this morning. It was supposed to get up to 50s. That little bit of breeze just kind of keeps a chill on you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got out from. We were kind of hiding behind. Oh, let me turn this. Behind this ledge over here. We were hiding over in there for the wind, and now got off course, and now we're out on right in the middle of the wind. So.
Yeah, because it definitely. I mean, you don't have any wind noise, but you could tell that you guys drifted out of that windbreak.
And trying to get us back over there and get everything back in order.
Lisa Spade says, Danny, I'm glad Bobby's not fishing with you on panel. I don't want a repeat of the last time he fished with you. Yeah, that's pretty devastating, Lisa. I kind of have expected Bobby to pop up in here. A couple of buddies of mine have been fishing here last few days, and they said the best bite they had was between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning. He said he had a 2-hour window from 3 to 5 in the morning. He said the guy was on fire. Yeah, Lisa. That was a tough intro to make. I had to do like 4 or 5 takes on that to get that finally to get footage I could actually put out there.
When I start heading back that way, trying to get, you can see where the wind.
Yeah, I don't know how long Jerry Parker was going to be in Louisiana. I don't know if he's on his way home now or if he's still down there. I haven't heard from Parker in the last couple of days.
Feels like we're getting out of it, so I'm gonna start turning. Eat crackers.
5 seconds.
I got the one on there. See.
I'm going to step up here to the truck, grab me something to drink. I'll be back in just a minute.
There's finally a good fish mark. Finally a good fish mark.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, there's our buddy Quiet Man Curtis in the house. They were out fishing recently. Was that yesterday? I think. I think they were out yesterday.
Yeah, they were yesterday. They had a pretty good day.
Yeah, did they have sandy toes on the pontoon with them?
Yes, they did.
Yep.
We were going
What
back.
in
They
the
were
world?
here.
How'd they manage that?
Charity.
How in
Probably
the
charity.
crap did they manage to get hurt?
Probably charity. Make a wish or something.
Okay,
But,
I get it.
We were
Okay.
we were going back into over by some boat docks to grab some bait. And I looked over and I was like, "Oh hell, that's this," because they were out here on Hoover.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't get to. We had the show on, but we were fishing and didn't really get to interact and all that. But we listened in. And, yeah.
Lee is on
I
his way up
didn't
here.
know anything about it till John Cyclone did his live show last night, and they were talking about Eric Curtis were out fishing and doing a live, and I said, "Well, I completely missed it. I got to go back and watch that."
Yeah, Lee's on his
I
way
hadn't
up
seen you
here.
guys out in a while.
That's what I said.
That's definitely on my that's on my to-do list tonight. I will be watching Eric and Curtis on their fishing excursion yesterday. I got to see that, especially with Sandy Toes there. Oh, I wouldn't miss that for the world.
They had a good day.
Yep. Everyone on the boat caught a fish.
Yep.
Nice.
And
Oh, I just ruined it for you, didn't I?
I get my share of catching fish. They're just not as let's say consistent as a lot of the other people. Mine come in little spurts, you know what I mean? Now, when I have a good day, I have a really good day. But most of the time, it's just hanging out with everybody and trying to have fun.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that next weekend, me and Richard will be out on the new boat. If we get everything straightened up, get everything good to go.
nice.
He has to work this weekend. Of course, he had to take off a lot of days from work because his wife Stephanie, she had cancer. She's got cancer, and she had to have surgery, and so he missed a lot of work this past week. Taking care of her and everything.
Definitely more important. You missed that.
Yes.
Curtis says, we appreciate you all. We appreciate you too, brother. I can't believe I missed your live stream. That's kind of aggravating me, but I'll definitely get in there tonight. I got to watch that. Michael said he's definitely going to see if chicken nuggets will catch a fish. I promise you, if you go to Crab Orchard Lake in Southern Illinois or Lake Baldwin over in Southern Illinois, I have no doubt that you can catch a fish on chicken nugget. They pretty much bite anything there. Yeah, Crab Orchard Lake is like our answer to you guys in Sandusky Bay.
Yeah. Boy,
I mean,
we
when you're over
watched
there, when the channel cats are on fire, I mean, you're average 10 to 13 pound channel cats.
that was
And I'm talking
happening
about
last
stack
night.
attack.
There was an online tournament last night. There were a few teams up there at Sandusky Bay, and they were catching some decent fish, 8, 15. I think the biggest we saw was like 22, 23 pounds. But
Nice.
the winner of that tournament was
Yeah.
our very own Dustin Clark with 424 pounds of fish. Yes.
Yeah, John messaged me and said, "Oh my God, he's 200-something pounds." I was like, "You're kidding me."
He ended at 424.
I couldn't imagine catching 400-something pounds of channel cat in one day.
It wasn't.
That's insane.
That wasn't channels. That was
He got a 64-pound blue. He got a 50.
Oh, okay.
58-pound blue.
Yeah, I thought you guys had primarily. I thought primarily you had channel cats up there. So you got it all then. You got channel cats,
Down in
flatheads, and
Louisiana.
blues there.
Well,
Yeah, we do.
we do not at the bay though. But Dustin was up at. Well, he was still down in Louisiana fishing. He was fishing the same place Creole and them fish.
Yeah, he was fishing big fish waters.
Okay, yeah.
I got to watch him catch the 67 or the 64.
Yeah, he was rocking it.
Oh, so he probably got to hang out with Jerry Parker a little bit down there then.
I don't think so. Because they
Really?
went over there yesterday. Yeah, I don't. Oh, you know what? They might have been fishing at the same time.
I'm pretty sure they were down there at the same
12
time.
hours.
I can't imagine Jerry not taking the time to go see him.
Yeah.
There's Fat Boy Eric says hello, Daddy Stump, my brother, and Chris and B. Hey, Eric, what's going on?
Howdy, brother Eric.
I got to get home tonight and watch you guys' live stream. I missed it yesterday.
Look, I'm going to be going to Dallas for 3 weeks for work, and it's only a couple hours over to Dustin's place. And he said,
There you go.
You want to come on over? So hopefully while I'm down there, I get to go fish with him. But also excited.
I'm pretty sure you ought to be able to make time for that.
Mr. Troy. Oh, yeah. Mr. Troy, real and virtual outdoor. He saw him at the gathering, but yep, we're gonna go grab some barbecue while I'm in Dallas.
And I'm just gonna fish the whole time he's gone.
I don't blame you.
Right?
I couldn't
I'm not
imagine
giving up the prime time.
because
What?
I know that you guys take extended periods of time off for fishing. You know, you take some breaks in there during the winter and stuff. I couldn't do that. That would drive me insane.
You have no choice.
Eric said they only
We have to go
got
down
7
and
fish
with other
yesterday.
people.
7 fish is good. And he said Sandy got the biggest one.
That's good.
As it should be.
That's a good day, Eric.
Absolutely.
We're only 2 so
Skippy
far.
said he caught 800 pounds of fish in one day, but then his alarm clock went off and he woke up. I'm going to take that shad head off of Black Betty and take one of the biggest crawfish I've got. I've got some big, giant, they're baby lobsters. I'm going to take that shad head off and throw one of those giant crawfish on there and sling that back out there. I'll be right back.
Yeah, like a little 5-6 pounder.
Yeah.
I see it switching to that live crawfish way out there does a little better for us than that fresh cut bait. Eric said their show was only about 3.5 hours. I can manage 3.5 hours. I'll give you something to do this evening. Show.
Yeah, they were having a good time, but their chat reader was a little suspicious.
He was shady as heck.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Who was it, Troy? Was it Troy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, now, the fact that I figured that out just from that description.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you see what happened on John went live last night, and nobody could come up on panel, and Troy was up there. Everybody tried. They kept picking them out. The minute that Troy left, everybody managed to come up there. So you can't tell me something was not strange about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's shady,
Oh,
Troy.
yeah. It's all about that attention. Just make sure no one else could get it.
I
Yep.
think
He's on the handicap.
I think
guy.
Troy's got some kind of a device that jams the signal in everybody else's phone when he's up there.
You know what? If there's anyone in this community that would have that, well, it'd be him or Josh. One of those two.
Or Gimpy.
Yeah, Gimpy. Yeah.
100%.
Listen,
Yeah, Gimpy. Gimpy could come up with something like that.
you gotta watch those handicap dudes. They play that all innocent victim thing, real well.
I ain't never bought that crap for a minute.
Right?
Those guys are dangerous.
I know them.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see that big old log out there. That is actually floating upstream. Because I said the water on the river is rising so fast that it's actually reversed the current in this tributary.
Okay. Trying to get in there.
Michael says out of commission for a while, waited too long and more damage done to the front end than I thought. Eric says the water is way up at Hoover.
Yeah, and the temperatures dropped like crazy. So much that rainwater came in here the last few days, and it just dropped the temperature. It was when we were out here Thursday, it was 68 degrees. Today it's 59.7. So
That's the only thing I can figure why I've got this big, huge shad killed. All giant. It's what makes you sick. It's giant, beautiful shad floating everywhere. But that drastic change that happened so fast, it stunned them, I guess.
and shifted.
Mr. Gippy says, hey, I'm a handicap guy, but I'm not malicious.
None of us
Oh, he said
believe
the front variant's a CD joint. Complete brake job. Oh, his vehicle's down for the count. Gippy says he does not play innocent.
No, I'll give him that one.
Yeah.
Nah, he's pretty much upfront about being a turtle jerk.
Pretty much. That's why we love our half a dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
We got to fish with them one night. Him and George only caught one flathead.
And then they lost a big one because they suck.
Yeah, they missed a big takedown. You know, when we people fishing, we just sit back and let them. Yeah, no, they didn't do it. So
yeah, and we gave them a treat. We took them flathead fishing, like on purpose.
Yep, George got I think 12 pounds.
And he was so happy, but he lost the one we were trying to,
Yep, they missed a big one.
Bombs. I had to look at him and go, "You gonna get that?"
But it was a good time, just hanging out, talking.
Oh,
That was the gathering. Got to hang out. We took Larry and Fanny out. Had a good old. Didn't catch anything with them, but had a good old time.
I absolutely love hanging out with Larry and Fanny. We get to fish together 2 or 3 times every year, so they're a hoot. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The one night we were in the camper, hanging out with Larry and Fanny. We had Steve in there.
That was fun.
Yep. Just absolute blast. Steve Douglas in the camper hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Eating zucchini bread. Just a good time. Good time. I highly recommend to everyone, if you get the chance, to go to the gathering.
I came real close one with the getting up that morning and driving down there, but just had too much going on at home.
Oh yeah.
I have to admit, I will miss every other event except that one. I will not miss that one.
Really?
I will miss tournaments. I will miss expos. Not even think twice about it. The gathering, I'm like, no. No.
But you guys going to be in Owensboro, though, right?
Nope.
No.
You're not?
I'll be in Dallas for work, and then we don't. She
Okay.
was going to go, but we do not have our dog sitter for that time, so we're going to miss that.
Yeah. What about Vicksburg? Going to make Vicksburg?
The plan is to be. The plan is to be at Vicksburg.
We'll be at Vicksburg, but not Memphis.
Okay. Well, so I get to see 1 out of 3 chances then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll be at Owensboro, I'll be at Vicksburg, and I'll be in Memphis.
And I have some amazing invites this year to go fishing. So if I have to choose between, because I can't take 800 trips in a year, Chris will kill me. And if I have to choose between sitting at a turn and going fishing, we know I'm going to choose fishing.
Yeah.
And Last Cast is taking me out. Tub and Tackle is taking me out, and I get to go fishing with Anthony and Ashley, or Leslie, Ashley. Anthony and Leslie's. Anthony Brown. So I'm excited. Those are 3 states I don't have, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. I was really hoping you'd be at Memphis, though. You did an amazing job last year going around interviewing everybody and stuff. You were like the reporter on the ground there. That was fun in itself.
Oh my goodness! I have to do it at Vicksburg, but I won't. I'm not gonna. They'll have to have somebody else do it at Memphis.
Memphis is just too tough for us for a one-day tournament to go. Drive all the way down there for a one-day tournament and come right back.
It's. I mean, that's.
Yeah. I get it. It's it's right around. It's just a little less than 2-hour drive for me, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's what 15.
It's like 7.5, 8.
Okay. Get there and back.
Yeah, if I put the pedal to the floor, I can be there in about 1 hour and 50 minutes.
was actually
Lisa
looking
said, I told Fanny I'd get a ratchet strap next time she goes fishing with Daryl. He took off and her arms and legs went in the air. And Gippy said that George threw his leg down to try to catch that fish that they lost. There's Mike Urban in the house. Welcome in, Mike. Good to see you, brother.
Well, that's because they gave it 6 hours to get off the reel before they jumped up to get it.
Yeah, Gippy says, I'm going to change the wording on this a little bit. You guys need to get a bathtub on your boat so that Steve Douglas can lounge around smoking cigars while you're fishing.
Listen, when I called him and I talked to Steve, I'm going to be honest, I talked to Steve in a bubble bath a lot. So when he called me back and he's like, I'm in the bath, and I'm like, well, come on up. I didn't think he'd really do it.
Steve Douglas ain't scared of nothing. I'm telling you.
He has just learned that, you know what, just have fun. Who cares about the rest? And I'm so happy that he's doing
Absolutely.
it, because seeing him smile and laugh as much as he's sense of peace, I can't even. I haven't had to yell at him about his vitamins. I mean, he's just rocking it right now.
He enjoyed the day coming down there to skipjack fish and all that. He enjoyed his time
Yes.
with the gathering.
Yeah.
I was hoping, I just told him, you just have to start coming with us, just hush.
Well, we got to make sure now we got to make sure we've got some carbonated drink for Steve, because when we were at the Kentucky Dam, he goes, y'all got a Coke or something?
Yeah.
He needs his carbonated beverages. That's y'all's phone or mine? Now, I'm assuming that was their phone ringing. I don't recall what my phone sounds like when it rings. Believe it or not, I don't know what my ringtone sounds like. Oh. Oh. Let's see here. Lisa said, I hated Steve felt bad when he was fishing his 1v1. Daryl's going to reel the rods up and take him back, and Steve jumped on him and said no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was at work that day, because that was on a Friday. Let's see. I'm assuming that Chris and V are on the phone right now, because they went really quiet.
Yep. Yeah, as a buddy of mine that's out here on the lake, he called. So yep, they just got a 25, and then while we were talking, they got another fish on. So we might just go tie off to his boat.
Nice. I would. As soon as he said that it had 25 and another one on, while I was on the phone, I would have been reeling up.
Oh, yeah.
Where's to the edge of the woods?
No, not really. I'd rather go shallow if we're going to try it, but
That big old log drifting there.
Yeah, they catch them out like 2 foot of water. It's
Got back in it. Then they're out in the open water.
Gibby said that sounded like a Facebook call.
yeah, it was. It was. He calls me on Facebook, and he always video calls. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Parker does that to me all the time. I'm like, dude, just call me. I don't want to see you.
I cannot do it. If somebody calls me video call, I'll sit there and look at it like, you better call me back some other way.
I just pointed up at the sky, to the ceiling.
Yep. Jerry Parker, every time he calls me, he's on a freaking video call.
That's way too much like being live. No.
There's Mike Lockhart says, hey, Danny, I can't stay long because I got to get ready for work. Okay, Mike, well, it's good to be stopping in here and hanging out with us while you can. We appreciate that. Oh, Black Betty's getting tapped on that crawdad. Something bumped her.
I saw Ethan in chat earlier and Stan Shaw. I was hoping that he was going to come up today.
I really thought he would. He messages me every Saturday night saying, you going live tomorrow? You going live tomorrow? You going live tomorrow? And then he don't show up.
You know what? And come to think of it, I haven't seen Ethan live in a while. What's up with that?
I don't know. He's most of his spots right now are just all crap. The river's so high right now, it's hard for him to get out there and fish. I could tell by the 16-foot rod. I just put that giant crawfish on there. I can almost guarantee you that's going to be a big drum. I can tell by the way he's biting. Because he'll tap the rod and then he'll drop slack. Tap the rod, then drop slack. Very indicative of a drum. We'll just wait and see if he's going to eat it. That wind's going to catch that log and blow it right back up into this corner right where I'm fishing.
I'll bend back and ask him the temperature of his water.
Probably about the same. Might be heating up a little bit back faster. There's Angel Honeycutt says, what's up from the husband and wife team from St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome in, Angel. Good to see you.
You know,
It might warm up a little bit, especially if it's clear water.
but you don't get a lot of chances to see if you're in one and not the other. So I just wanted to ask you.
Yeah, Angel Honeycutt says Leroy says hi. He's not feeling well. I hate to hear that.
Once I got over 1,000.
Mike Lockhart says Danny, two of my good friends have joined the U.S. Army. I've got about 365 friends that's joined the U.S. Army, and I don't even consider them friends. They're my brothers now.
Danny,
Yes, ma'am.
how many years did you serve?
I was in from 1982 to 1989. I actually joined the Army when I was in high school.
So you did a double term?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, they had back when I was young, they had a program where you did what they called the split option program. Or if you was like a junior in high school, you could join the Army. But your parents had to sign, because I was 17. And you went to basic training between your junior and senior year. Then you come back home, finished high school, graduated, and then you went back for AIT.
Nice.
And I was one of the first units they had. It's called a cohort unit, where the guys that you go to basic training with all go with you to the same duty station. They keep them together. The guys that train together in basic training, that's your unit when you go to where you're stationed at. And I did my basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia, and wound up my last duty station I was at was Fort Ord, California.
Nice. Did you ever go overseas?
Went to I did 2 tours in Honduras and 1 in Panama. So and then went to Alaska. But so not a lot of major overseas stuff other than Honduras was the worst thing I saw. But I did 2 tours down there.
Nice.
I just missed out on Lebanon because, like I said, I was in high school and in basic training when Lebanon broke out.
I just realized I never asked you about your career, so I thought I should.
Michael says he doesn't have PhD. I have a DD-214. Me too, brother. I don't think that kids should be forced into the military, but honestly, I think it ought to be between their junior and senior years. I think almost every kid should have to go through basic training because it absolutely will give them a whole new outlook on life and a different perspective, different attitude. I promise you.
Are you kidding me right now? Kids are so lazy these days.
I'm telling you, if you would send them to basic training, mandatory, between their junior and senior years, you'd end up with a totally different, more responsible person. I have no doubt about that. Because a lot of times it's building confidence in yourself, changes their whole perspective on life. And that's what it'll do. I mean, because when you go into basic, basically what to do is they break you down and then they build you up to what you need to be. And a lot of kids nowadays, it's just the lack of confidence in themselves. And that's a whole lot of difference between arrogance. Now, a lot of kids are stupid and arrogant and smart alecky, but it'll give them confidence in themselves in a good way.
Yeah.
There's my buddy with his video calls again.
Yeah, he's caught 3 more.
Probably.
And Gippy said, my daughter decided to take ROTC in high school this year. She's going to have a blast. Absolutely. I support that 110%. Absolutely do. You tell her she has my full support. And so Randy was like the guy that pumped the gas in the Army.
I went through
Mike said, I was
ROTC.
last group to go through Harmony Church at Fort Benning before they shut it down. Really?
Oh, there's people on the bank down here.
I went through
Dave,
Harmony Church.
I went through ROTC through high school.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Captain
You're
of
probably
the
the
rifle-
reason they made up a whole bunch of new rules.
Yeah. I was captain of the rifle team.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I liked ROTC. I did that in Texas.
But Danny, that was my buddy calling, and someone watched them double up, catch 2 more fish, like you said. Watched them double up and then anchored up right on top of them.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Now see there, that log wound up drifting right up in here. It's right on top of my lines now. I gotta see if I can't shift that thing somewhere else.
Osborne sent a message. Gave some to Randy and Lisa so far. He has an 11-pound flathead and 20-pound blue. I don't know. That's what he said. And so far, he has an 11-pound flathead and 20-pound blue. Oh, is that? What do you? He's coming up here to fish. It's like, are we supposed to meet him? Because I don't know.
No, they were already headed this way by the time they sleep.
Okay. Lee Osborne, he's coming up this way, and hopefully we get to see him on our way out here. We're going to circle around this bank one more time, then probably call it a day. Slow fishing and fighting with the wind everywhere I want to fish.
And puppies.
Yeah, and got to get back to the dogs.
Video's Dana?
Still up there. I don't see him down in the video.
Well, that cost me a boot full of water, but I got that log out of here.
Now, I remember you having a pretty good day not too long ago when you were jumping up on a log to land some fish.
Yeah, I went and looked at that spot this morning, and that tree's gone. It floated away. Now, that was one of the first spots I checked this morning.
Yeah, it sounds like anything right on the river is going to be terrible right now.
Yeah, I really wanted to fish the river this morning. But if you got that much trash floating on top, there's 3 times that drifting along the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like you're just fishing for grass. Yep, my left boot is completely full of water now.
Yeah, that's no good.
Oh, well. I don't know if there's very many times I went fishing and I didn't wind up getting wet somewhere. Shut up, Gimpy.
Yeah, that was wide open.
Yeah, I regretted saying that the minute those words came out of my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Michael says he has nodules on his lungs from jet fuel and burn pits. Yeah, I know a lot of guys that's dealing with that. Gippy said, I did ROTC freshman year, only person in a wheelchair. And he said he marched in formation. No, you didn't. You rolled in formation.
Thank you. You need to stop with this whole walking and marching shit. Shut.
I know it.
Who's he think he's fooling?
I don't know.
He said he was
But every
fishing.
time they would have any kind of a situation where they get deployed, they'd say, roll out. Gippy was the first one rolled out.
Right?
He said he bounced or something the other night, and so V said she's going to start calling him Tigger.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that long and hard, Danny. Oh, that was wrong terminology.
Yeah,
I regretted that as soon as I said it.
I can imagine.
Yep.
The wonderful thing about tigers is tigers are a wonderful thing. Their heads are made out of rubber and their tails are made out of springs. Alpha 22, Harmony Church, 1984. You were 2 years behind me then. I went there in 82. I was in Echo 5-1. Echo 5-1, 82.
But we all still got to see these right now. What is it? Creek chips. Oh, no.
That fish never did hook up on that big rod. He tapped it, dropped slack, tapped it, dropped slack. This is one of them days where the wind will be blowing and you got to put your jacket on. But then the wind stops blowing and the sun's beating on you. You got to take your jacket off. As soon as you take your jacket off, the wind starts blowing again. Ridiculous.
I keep hood up, hood down. Depends on which way of the boat. If the boat's blocking the wind, or
Yep.
So,
I'm just staying in my 3 pairs of pants and 4 shirts and a jacket, and I'm good.
Good grief, there is a. I don't know if I can move this around or not. I can't.
I'll take it more. She didn't keep me awake today. Huh?
Michael said, first night, boots on the ground, ran over a drill instructor, retired 3 months as a living hell. Oh, yeah, they don't. But you know what? Basic training is not near as hard now as it was back in my day. Because they're not allowed to get up in their face and scream and all that stuff like that. You're not allowed to do that anymore. And to me, that's completely freaking ridiculous. Because it's undermining the whole program. Yeah, basic training is a joke now. I don't know if it's factual. I've been told that kids actually carry a card in their pocket And if a drill instructor gets too aggressive with them, they can pull the card out and hold it up, saying they're invading their personal space. Give me a freaking break. You've got to do what you've got to do when you're training these kids for combat. Because if you go soft on them, they're gonna freaking die. It's simple as that. Danny, during our time, drill instructor could smack you. Yes, they could when I was in too. I know several guys that got took around behind the building and got the crap beat out of them. Well, they go down the basement and lock the door, and you didn't come out till somebody had an understanding.
I'd get kicked out. They'd smack me, and I'd smack them back.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I was infantry. Yeah, I was
It-
11 Bravo combat infantry, and if you got a problem with one of the NCOs, and you said something to him about it, he'd say, "Okay, well, let's just go down here and settle this." And they go down in the basement building, shut the door behind them, and you came to an understanding. In all the years that I was in, I only saw one time where a recruit beat up a sergeant when they went downstairs. Most of the time, you got the crap beat out of you.
It would be instinct to hit them back.
I said, my wife checked in a patient who had full service connect, made it 1 week into basic, and had PTSD, full disability. That is bullshit right there. No.
Fish on, Danny.
I got you. You're solo, buddy. Do your thing. Oh, the stress cards that they did away with them. I hope they did. There's Eddie Gross says, oh, excuse me. Eddie Gross says, good luck, guys and gals. Well, thank you, Eddie. Another fish on the boat. That's another good looking fish. Hey, you guys may not be on fire, but you're smoldering hot.
Terminal right in the corner of the mouth.
Now, what hooks are you using? You using the German steel or the Crimson Reds?
Yep. 12 German alloys.
Okay.
I didn't catch it, but she said I can show it off. Just a little thing.
That's
Just
good looking
thing.
fish. He ain't got no marks on him either, does he?
No.
That may be one right there by that dorsal fin.
A little bit, but yeah, not really participating in the spawn yet, I don't think.
He ain't got time for that crap.
We decided when we make it up here along this ledge before we get back in the wind, we're going to call it. So, hey, glad to get another fish.
No doubt. Hey, there's Catfish Fresno in house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. He said, "This is where the party is." I say, "Well, it's a gathering of the type. We're hanging out." Yeah, they cut give you back when I don't want to get political, but back when one of the other presidents was in, they cut a lot of our benefits at the VA. Working to increase it now. Getting the government to two-step shuffle on the lung issues. Yeah. I was under the impression, though, that a lot of the guys that work the burn pits and the fuel depots and stuff, they were supposed to be putting them at a higher priority. Okay. Been wild fishing. What's going on, Allison and Gabby? Good to see you. Good afternoon, Danny, and my brother, and my Chris and B. Oh, I said, let me read that. Good afternoon, Danny, my brother, Mr. Chris, and beautiful bees. That is from the Benoits.
Hi, beautiful ladies.
It's never beautiful, Chris. Howdy, ladies.
There's Buck Williams in the house. He says, my friend did hydraulics and pneumatics on jet fighters in the Marines. By law, he had to go 3 years of school to do it as a job. That's bullshit. This wind is really starting to pick up now. It is rocky. Starting to get me some white caps out there up in this tributary. There's Raptor Branch. What's going on? Says hello everyone from northern Wisconsin. Good to have you in here. Who is that? Michael said his barracks are directly downwind from the burn pits in Bagram Air Force Base. My buddy, old gray hair Randy Swain. Well, I guess I may just catch one dang drum today, and that's it. All because I was too lazy to get up and come out here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just was not that excited about it. Gippy says my wife works at the DA. I hear it all. Imagine.
All right, Danny, we're going to call it a day there. We're going to get home to the dogs and get some food. And
I'll probably go another hour, and then I'm probably gonna reel up, and I may actually go look at the main river, throw out one rod, see if I can't get something going. But I'm gonna hang around for a little bit longer with everybody. But appreciate you guys coming up and catching a couple of fish, so I don't look so bad. You always take care of me. I tell you what, I love y'all to death. You're amazing.
That's why you're our partner. So, but yeah, we love you, brother. Thanks for having us, and we'll be watching.
All right, be safe.
Yes,
Love
sir.
you, Danny.
Later, y'all.
Bye, babe. Let's see. Buck Williams says the Marines did teach him how to drink whiskey, though.
It's creeping up on us.
He can put it away and still stand. Yep. Well, see, the whiskey doesn't affect Marines because it affects your brain. So Marines were pretty much immune.
Gotta get another rod cover out of the house.
It's in that box. I brought it in there. Sitting in the basement right now.
Okay. I know I've got a few of them around. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, the one from the rod from the gathering is. I kept it because I knew it was supposed to go on.
Yeah, I think every little nick and cut now is going to end up bleeding like crazy.
Oh, yeah, you take out the.
It's driving me nuts.
And you're anemic. Combine those two together when you bleed, it's like, you know.
I wasn't.
It's going now.
Gas passer Randy.
This is where you don't know where the hell they come from and you bleed forever. And you bleed a lot, like heavy, like.
We're gonna have to change his name on the RCT chat group to Gas Passer.
Thought it came from my other finger, like a bandage come off or something. It's all one house. Yeah, it's one house in the garage. Earlier it looked like two because it was spaced out. It looks like an accident. Prime location.
Well, I think I got all the trash. Everything's together in the seat. Everything's put away. Look at that. It's all ready just to get off.
Oh man, this one's got a hole inside of it.
Gimpy says, I got an Ancient Mariner 10-foot crappie rod. Now I need to figure out what reel to put on it. Gimpy, get the Ancient Mariner 3000 spinning reel. That's what I have on mine, and it is an absolute perfect combination. Get the Ancient Mariner 3000. Coda has the Ancient Mariner 4000 spinning reel. I've tried to swipe that from her several times, and she's having no part of it. But the Ancient Mariner 3000 pairs up perfectly with the crappie rod. Yeah, give me a holler at John and see if he gave those 3,000 spinning reels in the 3,000 series. He may have some. That it's changed. It's a hammer.
See if I can fix it. Push your phone, baby.
What did it change to, Gippy? Because I know I got the 3,000 for me, and then Spyron gave Coda a 4,000. I'm serious. I tried like crazy to get that 4,000 series reel off of Coda, and she just ain't having no part of it. She goes, "You're not touching my reel." I got to teach tech sergeant as E1 how to service the fuel pits and underground systems. Good grief. That was a giant. Y'all saw that thing. That was either a big spoonbill or a giant Asian carp just come up there. If we don't get on a bite here shortly, we've got several good snagging hooks with us. Before I leave today, we may try to snag something out of here. We'll throw the old snagging rod out there and see if we can't get on something. I'd love to snag me a spoonbill because if I did, it'd be going home with me. Ooh, Lord, that wind. Let's see, been live for 1 hour and 50 minutes. We're going to stick with it for a little while longer. And then if we don't start getting on some bites here shortly, I may break out the snagging rod. Oh, Mike Greenwell. What's up, Greenwell? I hear my buddy Josh Dunnigan got to partner up with you and go fishing here recently. It was last weekend, I believe. Last Sunday, I think the Weekend Angler teamed up with Greenwell Fishing, or he was supposed to. Did he tell you that I sent some bait to you, by the way? If Dunnigan showed up with any bait, I sent it. He got that from me, so don't let him try to tell you that he brought the bait. Said, yes, sir, it was a blast. Okay. Yeah, I think I sent y'all guys some skipjack, some, I think 1 or 2, maybe gizzard shad, and a bunch of little thread pins. So you should have had bait. If Dunnigan didn't show up with a bait, he ripped you off. He definitely said the bait was from you. Okay. I was going to say, I don't want Dunnigan to try to rip me off of getting no credit for something. Yeah. Big old shad, some skips. Yep. Well, he told me he was going to fish with you. I said, well, we want to make sure you guys have got bait, which I figured Mike Greenwell's pretty much always got bait. I've seen him catch skipjacks like crazy. But it never hurts to send a little backup. You know what I mean? Michael said, Randy, I was the odd soldier. I served 13 years, 2 in the Army, 2 in the Army Guard, 6 in Air Force as a survivor instructor and parachute packer. Then 5 years Army Guard with 1 tour overseas. You're a busy man. Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of big fish up and breaking the surface out there. Chances are it's probably Asian carp, uh, but there may be some spoonbills out there. Randy O'Grady said, I wish I stayed in. I do too. I had planned on going the full route in the service and retiring. But unfortunately, my last year that I was in the service, um, my dad passed away, my brother got in a car wreck, and my grandma passed away, all within a week's time. And so I was actually supposed to sign the papers to reenlist, and I had tragedy hit the family. We lost 2 family members. One of them was paralyzed in a coma from a car wreck. And I flew home. The Red Cross paid for me to fly home. And when I was home, I decided that I wasn't going to reenlist. And it was one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life. I should have stayed in. Because I came back and told them, they said, well, you want to sign these papers or whatever you want to do? I said, no, I think I'm going to go ahead and go home. And that was my last day in the service. But hindsight's 2020. I should have just stayed with, because me coming home didn't make that much of a difference to everybody else. So that was just a bad decision on my part. Yeah, I was actually in. I had the papers in front of me to sign to reenlist when I got a phone call from the Red Cross saying that I needed to go home. And my captain pulled the papers back and he said, let's set this on the back burner and we'll deal with it when you come back. And I came back and I said, no, I'm packing up and I'm going home. Yeah, because I am 60 years old now and I would have retired at 37 if I'd have stayed in. Let's see here. Cujo Earthfield. Hello, Mr. Danny. Hope all is well. That river's up. Good luck, brother. Always think your service guys and gals, catfish community is the best. Love you all. Be safe. Well, thank you, Cujo. Yeah, your buddy Parker done run off down to Louisiana. What I should have had done, since I know Parker'd run off, I should have got a hold of you and come up there and me and you fish together today. That would have just chapped Parker's hide. He'd be like, what are you doing trying to steal my fishing buddy while I'm gone? Yep. If I'd have thought about that, I would have got up early this morning and I'd have run up there and found you. Let's see, Michael. I was forced out of the Air Force, weighed 205 pounds with 25% body fat. So finished the 6th, got out 3 days later. They went to tape measurement for big guys, 19 neck, 42 chest. Anyone to be my veteran take fishing one of these months. I would be absolutely honored, Mike. Absolutely honored. I know I've done that with Parker, where he needed a veteran to fish, and I went up and hooked up with him. But man, for me to be on the boat with Mike Greenwell, oh my God, that's definitely on my bucket list, buddy. My schedule's so tight right now. I'll have to figure out when we can make that happen. I got so many doggone tournaments coming up though. Could have made it epic, no doubt. Anytime to beat that lucky, lovable butthole. You got that right. And Lisa's having a veterans tournament in July where you have to have the vet on the bank. What part of July are you having that, Lisa? Because the first week of July I'll be in Florida, and then after that I'm gonna be at Vicksburg. Then we do G11 and G12 parachutes all day. You get to be pretty big. I could imagine. Yeah, that'd work out pretty good for Mike. Um, he'd July the 11th. Okay, that's in between my Florida trip and Vicksburg, so I might be able to do that. That is one advantage that some of us guys have. Uh, like when I go fishing, I'm always taking a veteran fishing. I'm taking myself from 5 to 11 p.m. Eastern, so that would be oh, that'd be 4 to 10 my time. Exactly, Michaels. I got a vet every time I go fishing. Me. I think I did a veterans tournament one time where you're supposed to take a vet fishing. And I asked them, I said, well, can I just take myself? And they said, sure. So I actually fished a veterans tournament by myself. I cannot believe we ain't catching a bunch of drum today. They're just not up in here like they normally are. I gotta move the old I got this battery pack here where you plug solar panels on it. Man, this thing is awesome, but I gotta turn it to where it's more in the sun. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever showed that to y'all. This battery pack, look, this folds up. It closes up like that. Okay. It's got all kinds of connectors back here and on the end. You can hook two phones up. This thing will fully charge two phones and keep them charged, no problem. Because, like I said, it's got, let me flip this open here. It's got one, it's got two, it's got three, it's got four solar panels, and you just hang that puppy out like that. You talking about keeping your phone charged now. This thing works. But that was a birthday present that I got from Richard and Stephanie Cluck. So he says, I have to have another vet because Randy doesn't count. Yes, he does. Don't you dare say that. He absolutely counts. And Gimpy says, I get thanked for my service all the time. Does that count? uh, and glad to see Take a Better still going after a start a few years back. Yes, Mike, I remember. I do remember when you were the uh, what's the word I'm looking for? The initial driving force on that, should I say? How long does it take to charge? Laura, you would not believe it. I've had this phone be completely freaking dead and plug that charger up with full sunlight on it, and it would be at 20% in like 10 minutes. And then it would just go up from there. And you can hook two phones into it at the same time, and it does not slow down. It just charges both them phones, handles them fine. When you got good, clear, sunny day, that thing is the way to go. Let me look and see. I don't know what the brand name is on it. Solar power bank. It just says solar power bank. The model on this one is the HI-SO29. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic battery charger. I mean, that thing is the cat's meow. I kid you not. And like I said, it's got all the different connectors here. If you want to just like set your phone right beside it, these are the short ones. Every different type, they just pop out of there. If I can get my finger on it. Anyways, they pop out of there. The different adapters, but you can come to the end down here and you've got two ports here, and then you got the C style right there in the middle. Theoretically, you could put three phones on this and it will handle it absolutely no problem. Highly recommended. Not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I'm just telling you, that is an absolutely fantastic charger right there. You mean the bank itself? I'm not really sure because uh, I've never actually charged the bank, the battery pack. What I do is that I pull it out of the backpack and plug the phone in. Once those solar panels hit the sun, they start charging the phone, no matter if the battery pack is charged or not. But I don't think it would take very long to charge that battery pack. But I've never tested that, so I can't actually give you an educated information on that. I just keep it in the backpack. Phone gets low, I flip them panels out, plug the phone in, and it charges it right up. But I see what you're saying. You want the battery pack charged so that when you go out night fishing, you pull it out of your backpack or your tackle pack, and good to go. How long does the bank charge? I have not tested that because most of the time I've used it, I've been fishing during the day, and those four solar panels, I'm sure that they're charging the battery pack at the same time, but they will absolutely handle two phones right out of the box. You just flip those panels over, plug the phone in, and the phone starts charging. But yeah, Richard Stephanie got that one for me for my birthday, and we took it out on the boat and on the bank, used it sometime. He liked it so much he bought himself one. Oh, that wind is ridiculous. Let's see, been live for 2 hours, 6 minutes. Here, I'm really, really thinking about it. we may pull one of those rods and throw a snagging hook on. See what we can't snag a lag. I would love to get into a spoonbill, paddlefish, whatever you want to call them. Let's see. Just cracked open the do for me. Appreciate it, Michael. Thank you. I had one here. I don't know where it went. There it is. Got about that much left. I'm not supposed to be drinking these. I'm on a diet. I've cut sodas out through the week. But when I go fishing, I'll grab me a Mountain Dew, you know. I mean, I don't grab a whole bunch of them. I'll grab one to take with me fishing. But through the week, I have sworn off all sodas of all types. I've got to try to lose some weight because it's a big factor in what's going on with my health. I'll tell you that now. Absolutely is. Oh, getting bite on 16-footer again. Again, he's just barely tapping it though. I'll tell you right now, if I sat here for 2 days, I'd eventually catch a fish. I have no doubt about that. Let's see. Add top solar charger. I drink coffee all day until around 6. Have 1 or 2 dews at night. If I drank any of that at night, I would not be able to go to sleep. I'd be up all night tossing and turning. So I haven't had Mountain Dew in over a year. Now it's been other than my one cheap Mountain Dew when I go fishing on the weekend, I haven't had a Mountain Dew through the week for going on about 3 months now. Like when I'm at work, I got my lunch packed. What Stacia, my wife, of course, a lot of y'all know her. When she fixes my lunch, she puts a bottle of unsweetened green tea in my lunchbox. So that's what I've been primarily drinking is unsweetened green tea. Then I sleep like the dead, just turn on the local news. Are y'all packing it up? It's slow today, isn't it? Yeah, a couple guys I talked to said they're biting early in the morning. Let's see. That charger is $60 to $70 depending on the is that megahertz size, mAh size? Not a bad deal. No, it's not. And I'm telling you, dude, all my other battery packs, I've basically just pitched them into a box and put them in the corner since I got this one. Yeah, I don't even bother with them. Now, if I'm fishing at night, I've got my go-to 100% hands down. I got the Warren Farley light box, the power box. That's my nighttime fishing setup. The one that Warren Farley built for me and sent me. It'll run my Compex light. It'll run 2 or 3 phones. And it's got a huge lithium battery in there, basically a car battery. But it's lightweight as heck. And that's what I use at night. So that's why I don't worry about charging this battery pack here. I just use the solar panels during the day to charge my phones. But at nighttime, I go 100% the Warren Farley light box. It's got power plug-ins on it. It's got 2 LED lights mounted on it, and I plug my Compex light into it too. and it powers everything I need. And I can run that thing for, I've never ran it out. And I fished with it 3 or 4 days in a row and still had, you know, like 75, 80% power. I need a new phone also. Dog knocked it off the table and dinked the plug in. Have to monkey rig it charge. Oh God, yeah. My wife had a laptop like that. The cat took off running one time, and it got tangled up in the power cord, and it just it jacked the plug in on the laptop. It jacked it up so bad that you had to basically sit there and hold the charger in place, the cord, to even get it to charge, and it just was not an option. Well, let's give it a little bit more time, guys, before I get out of here today. I think because everybody else, there was a bunch of folks here fishing up on the dam here right beside me. They were they're all pretty much leaving out now. But since I ain't got to worry about snagging anybody's lines or getting caught on nobody, we'll rig up a snagging rod and see what we can seize out there. You know what I'm saying? Now I won't do a whole bunch of that because it wears me out and it's actually pretty hard on my back. That twisting and turning while you're snagging. But if you guys want, I'll go get the snagging hook out of the truck. And I'm thinking we'll use the old 16 footer. We'll use Black Betty to see if we can't snag something. She works really good as a snagging rod. The simple fact that she's so long, you get a good hard sweep on it when you're pulling to jerk that hook and try to hook up on something. So basically, we can leave those 3 rods there out. We'll pull Black Betty, put a snagging rig on her. I'll have to tie on about 4 or 5 feet of monofilament as a shock leader because she's got braided line on her, and you do not want to snag with braided line because it will snap the line because there's no give to it. When I rig up for snagging, I put a shock leader on there of mono because it stretches a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would love to hook into a paddle fish today. Richard and I have been trying to target them, see if we can't snag a paddlefish. They ain't had no luck with it yet. They only run up in here certain times of the year. But we'll sit here for a little bit longer, and then I'll rig that up. And we'll do some snagging. Probably the last 15 minutes of the show. We've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes right now. So we'll go another 45 minutes at least. But I'll get the snagging hook out and rig up a line for it, get a rig set up. In the last 15 minutes, we'll there. Then when I get this order of Yakima Mono, I'll send you a spool. Okay, cool. Is that Yakuma? Yeah, see the wind stopped blowing. I'm gonna have to take my coat off now because the sun is just cooking me. But I guarantee you, as soon as I take this freaking coat off, the wind's gonna start blowing again. Oh, I don't know if y'all saw it. That fish just popped the surface right there. Now them folks in that truck leaving, they carried a couple of flatheads out of here. This 38-pound test. I don't believe I've ever seen 38. I've seen 30, 40, 25, 30. I've never seen 35. And I sure ain't never seen no 38. Yeah, as soon as I know that they're packed up and for sure that they're leaving, I'll go to the truck and start making up a snagging rig. If we can't catch a fish in the mouth today, we'll snag a couple for you guys. But like I said, I can only throw a few times because it starts hurting my back when I do that. Because I'm having to twist and spin. Black light hits it and it glows. Okay. That's something I gotta get. I've got a complex light, but I've got to get I need to get me a good black light. Danny, did you like the RCT line? I love it. That rod right there's loaded up with it, and that rod's loaded up with it. I've got it on the Albatross 6000 there, and I've got it on the Gem Series Amethyst reel right there. Um, it's man, that's some good line. I ain't kidding you. But I actually had a spool of it before. John sent out spools to a lot of people, but he sent me a spool of it a long time ago, so I got kind of like the first shot at it. I'm sure Creole and Andrew probably had some of it. That he sent it out to the crew for the testing stage, and I got it for the pre-testing stage. He sent me a spool of it a while back, and there's been times I ain't lying that I've got hung up and could not break that line. I wound up having to pull my knife out and cut it because I couldn't break it off. And said better late than never, I suppose. There one. Hey, Nebraska Wildcats, what's going on? Welcome in. We'll keep these 3 rods out here for a little longer. I'm fixing to pull that 16-footer and put a snagging rig on there. We're gonna see what's out there. Well, either that or we're gonna hook up in them rocks and wind up losing an expensive snagging hook. And the bite's been super slow today. I caught one drum on a. I'm starting to get the hiccups. Dadgummit. I caught one drum on a crawfish and had one little bite on shad. Uh, the folks that's leaving right now over there, they caught a couple of flatheads on shad. But there was about 20 people fishing here this morning, and I only saw 2 fish caught. Other than the drum that I caught, uh, 2 flatheads caught. So it's definitely been a slow bite. See, been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm fixing to run the truck and I'm gonna start making up that snagging rig, get it ready to go. I gotta go get I got a 14-aught treble hook that's weighted, made specifically for snagging. And we'll get the camera turned here and I'll set up right there and see if we can hook something with just like slinging it out there and jerking the crap out of it. But we're going to leave those rods out while we're snagging because we don't give up hope until all hope is lost. I ain't done fishing until I get to the house. Let's see, got a spool, 2 more reels with it. Yeah, dude, I've actually got 2 spools of that new RCT line, and I've spooled up 2 reels with the first roll of line that I got, and I still got line on there. So I ain't even broke into the second spool yet. These fronts running through are messing up the bite 100%. Absolutely. Like I said, I talked to a couple buddies of mine that fished this spot, and they said that they fished here from 3 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning, and they said it was absolutely on fire. He said, but man, when he said 5 o'clock, it was like turning off the light switch. They just quit biting. I just cannot believe that. Man, I don't know if y'all can see all of them or not. See all those dead gizzard shad? Those things are huge, and they're everywhere down through here. Just dead gizzard shad all over the place. Ain't that a waste? Yep. I mean, those are big, big, big gizzard shad, and they're all blowed up in here into this on this wing dam right here, not wing dam, this spillway dam. We got another log coming toward us. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It's right there somewhere. The wind's blowing it upstream. It's going upstream because the river's rising so fast that the current is actually reversed in this tributary. Mississippi River's coming up fast. It is like super high right now. It's coming up so fast that instead of water flowing out to the Mississippi, it's coming from the Mississippi back up into the tributary. And it's washing all these logs and stuff up in here. Nebraska Wildcat says, I put on 300 miles yesterday trying to find bait. Finally caught 4 massive bluegill. Well, I want to tell you something now. If I caught 4 massive bluegill, they wouldn't be bait. I'd eat them. I like bluegill. I'm talking about those big, giant bluegill. I like those better than crappie. And I love crappie. But if you had me pick between a big, big bluegill and a crappie, I'm going to go with the big bluegill because to me, they taste better. Said, going to post a video of a farmer's fish barometer when I build it. I've seen those. Where you put the colored water in there and you take the mason jar and you turn another bottle upside down in it. And those do work. They absolutely work. I know a couple guys that's got them built, and if they'll look at that jar, and if they don't like what they see, they don't go fishing. Boy, the big one just rolled right there. I'm gonna have to get that snagging hook. Bet these bluegill are an inch thick or better. Oh my God, you're making me sick. I would eat those things. I'm telling you, I prefer bluegill over crappie. It's a much better tasting fish. The problem is finding big ones. You know what I mean? It's the Coke bottle. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. The Coke bottle in the mason jar. And you fill it with you take the water in there and you put some food coloring in there. And then you turn the Coke bottle upside down in the mason jar. And the barometric pressure forces the water up into the Coke bottle. And you have a line on there. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but you draw a line on there where the perfect barometric pressure. And when you see that water fill that line, up that bottle to that line, grab your fishing stuff and run for the river, run for the lake, run for the creek, run for the stream. Just go. Because when that bottle don't lie, if that little bottle barometer says go fishing because it absolutely works. See, been live 2 hours and 25 minutes. It's going to take me a little bit to rig that, not long. I can do it pretty quick. Rig up that snagging hook. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. You draw a line around the jar where the water sits level. Yes. There's a couple videos out there on it. But I'll be looking forward to see yours. I mean, when you put the video out, you'll definitely get a view from me. I promise you. All right, you guys, just sit here and watch these rods. I'm going to go grab a snagging hook. The truck's right behind me. And I'm going to rig it up with a shock leader on there. And we'll get ready and we'll do a little bit of snagging. And see what's out there. See what we can hook. When I get ready to snag, we'll turn the camera about like that right there. so you guys can catch all the action. But like I said, we will leave those rods out. Hopefully something will get on one of them. And quit talking and get it done, Danny. All right, I'll be right back. You guys just chill out, talk to each other. Do me a favor, keep an eye on those. There's a rod right there, one there, and one there. Keep an eye on those for me. And hopefully you guys can catch a fish where I can't. My belt buckle is digging into my belly. Dadgum, I hate that. All right, be right back. All right. All right. Here's the snagging hook. This is one of my homemade rigs. It's a 14-aught hook with I poured the lead on there. I got a video out shows you how to make these. The way it look. Basically, I just use a flower pot and a Sharpie. Take a flower pot, fill it full of dirt, and you shove the Sharpie down in there and make a hole. And then you set this hook down in there and you pour the lead on top of it. And basically just make a mold out of with a flower pot. But that's the snagging hook. Let me go ahead and get it tied up. Whew, man, I tell you what, I didn't walk. That ain't 80 feet to the truck. And I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm winded. Trying to catch my breath. Just walking 80 freaking feet. That's getting insane. I got doctor's appointments all day tomorrow. And then I've got several more appointments the rest of the week. But they're going to start running me through a whole cotton picking rigmarole thing again. And blood tests and cardiologists and blah, 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 blah. Okay. That tied on there. Crimp off that tag in just a little bit. And I think I've got about 3.5 feet of a shock leader on there. Put about 3.5 feet on there. But you got to have that monofilament out there. If you're running braid on your rod, you don't want to snag with just straight braid. You want to put a shock leader on there so it absorbs a little bit of that. It's 231. I ought to check the baits on them other rods real quick, and then we'll go ahead and do the snagging. May 25th, Danny, all day at the VA. I've got all day tomorrow And I've got appointments Wednesday and Thursday, which is absolutely going to destroy my paycheck for the week. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. All right, let me go down here and pull that big rod. I'm going to go ahead and tie this snagging rig on there. I get ready to start snagging. This coat's coming off. All right. Like I said, y'all, I ain't gonna be able to do this a whole bunch because it does wear me out. But we're gonna turn the camera. Let's see, right about in there. And let's see if I've been seeing a lot of fish flopping out there. I'm pretty sure those are the invasive carp. But if we're lucky, holy crap, that bird just almost flew right on top of us. He was coming right at us. And he saw us sitting here and he turned real quick. He's gonna hit that bank. He's looking for some of these dead shad floating around. All right, let's turn our camera like that. I'm gonna be so out of breath. This is gonna wear me out, y'all. But you know what? We're gonna try to see if we can hook into something for y'all snagging style. Let's get a little snaggy. What do you say? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is gonna tear me a new one, but here we go. Let's go do it. That camera set just right. See if we can't hook into something. Got it. I don't let it go to the bottom. I don't want to lose the hook. No, I just throw it out there and jerk it in quick as I can. Yeah. It's just that easy. Don't let it die. Cotton picker. There. We're gonna stack a few of these up. He dug that hook right into my thumb, flopping around there. I'll stack a few of these up. I get them home. I'm gonna cut them up, drain the blood into a bucket, and then soak them chunks of bait. And that'll make some good cut bait. First throw. First throw. I wish the catfish would hook up like that. Not snagging. I just wish that you could throw a rod out there and boom, on. Throw it right out there. Boom, fish on. Yeah, he stuck that cotton picking hook in my thumb. Stupid thing. Let's see if we get a couple more of those. That'll be all I need. I can make up a batch of cut bait and soak it in the blood. Oh, that's exhausting. Let's see if we get a couple more. Couple more. God, I'm bleeding like stuck hole. Let me rest and catch my breath for a minute. Oh, we'll try again in a minute. Yeah, that just takes a lot out of me right there. It looks slow motion. Oh, my camera's messing up. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, he got that freaking hook right in my thumb. It won't quit bleeding. Yeah, let me catch my breath and we'll go again. I'd like to get about 3 of those for cut bait. But what I do is I cut their tails off and I bleed them out into a 5-gallon bucket. And then I'll cut the fillets off and chunk them up and soak that blood in them. Oh, dadgummit. You know what? I'm sitting there bragging about that battery pack. I didn't even have it plugged in. I didn't even have the cotton picking thing plugged in. Let me grab my longer cord. What's my power on? There we go. 22%. Oh, okay. I don't know what in the world they're up to. All right. I've caught my breath about as good as I'm going to. Let's try to get a couple more of those. And then we're going to call it a day. I think they're mostly up in this little cove right over here. They're up in that cut right there. I got to try to throw over that way a little bit more. Because that's where that first one come from. All right, we're going back after them. Oh, I see a bunch of. Isn't that crazy? Caught one on the first throw. Nothing after that. That may be all that I can do, guys. That takes everything out of me right there. I'm exhausted. Whew. May try one more time. I got about 8 more minutes before I'm going to end this. Let me catch my breath one more time. I'm seeing a bunch of them tailing out there, right up in that area right there. But got one on the first throw, but usually we got a big school out there and you hit one of them things, yeah, it scatters them pretty good. I need to let it sink down to the bottom where they're hanging out more than anything. Good God, there's one right there just rolled right in front of me. If I would let it sink to the bottom, I would have a higher hookup ratio. But honestly, I just don't want to lose that hook in them rocks down there because I'm cheap. I don't want to do it. Got 7 more minutes or 6.5. Let me catch my breath as fast as I can. We're going to go one more time. So one of those for bait is nice. 2 or 3 would be better because I need enough for me and Richard both. Like I said, what I do is I cut their tails off and bleed them into a bucket and then fillet them, cut it, chunk it up into like cubes, put it in that blood in a bag and let it soak. And then it's some of the best cut bait you'll get your hands on this time of year. But it's got to be soaked in that blood. All right, we're running out of time. Got about 6. Got about 5 or 6 more minutes. 6 more minutes. Let's see if we can do about 3 throws real quick. Try to hook up on one. If we don't hook up one here in about 3 throws, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna pack it up and get on out of here. Let's go get them. Oh, hit one. All right, your last throw. All right, one more throw. This time I'm going to sink to the bottom, so we may lose this rig. But we're going to try to get down low. See if we can get back. Last throw. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's going to do it for me. Oh, that's going to do it for me. I'm wore out. Yeah, I started to tweak my back a little bit. So, yeah. Oh, I can feel that. That one will have to be good enough. They can make a lot of bait out of one big old carp, though. Yep. Give me a second. All right, then. I went 2 minutes over. Longer than I said I was going to. Man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on Sunday. Like I said, I got doctor's appointments all day tomorrow and then Wednesday and Thursday. That ain't going to stop me from getting out here and try to spend Sunday hanging out with you guys, try to get on some fish. The bite was a terrible day. Caught one drum, one carp. It is what it is. But the main reason is just get out here and hang out with y'all. And I know it sounds redundant. Everybody always says that. But you know why they always say that? It's because it's true. All right. You my brothers, you my sisters, you my catfish family. God bless each and every one of you, because you know that Danny Stone loves you. And I'll see you guys again real soon. I'm exhausted. God bless y'all. Love you. See you next week. Bye, y'all.